So, I really gotta ask. I'm serious. I gotta ask. I gotta ask all my counterparts or my generational counterparts and their offspring. I gotta ask. All millennials and all Gen Zers. Oh, be quiet, Lucy. I'm trying to. I'm trying to say something to the world. Anyways, was all of our childhood so horrible that we have to basically ruin the innocence of all children for this generation in the future to come? And what I mean by that is, elementary school, middle school. I mean, think about it, guys. Unless we were, basically violated, we were not interested in sexual orientation, kissing boys, kissing girls. Most of us just did things children should be doing. Playing outside, falling out of trees, car surfing, we did a lot of stupid, dumb, fun shit. And our education system, when I was growing up, seems to be a lot better educating than now. I'm not saying, by all means, I'm not saying, I'm not trying to be homophobic, transphobic, or any kind of phobic going on. It's just that we need to let kids be kids. We don't need to teach them about sexual orientations. We don't need to teach them about any of that shit. Think about it, guys. The majority of us, and once again, unless we were violated, weren't really interested in sex or anything to do with sex until we entered high school. I'm not saying I was an innocent child, but I will honestly say I was violated growing up. At a very young age, before I even entered middle school and learned about sex ed, late middle school, early high school bullshit. But when I think about it, I think what violated me even more, because I was trying to maintain some form of innocence, was basically when I was going through sex ed in middle school. When I was learning about all that shit, and then, freshman year to junior year in high school. I was probably more ready for it in my junior year than freshman year and, 8th grade, middle school. I feel like I was. I didn't have a childhood. I'm starting to wonder if any of us did. I was beat terribly. And as I said, I was violated. And I'm just gonna expose myself. No, I'm not gonna expose myself. I'm just gonna leave it at violated. And I think and truly believe in my time, the education system really didn't help that any. I mean, fuck. And now we're teaching elementary kids, middle school kids, not only sexual orientation, but sex ed. Why? Don't our offspring deserve a childhood better than us? If it's not how we grew up, is it the technology? Is that what is enabling mankind to ruin the innocence of children? Because it advanced so fast? I mean, what the hell's going on? I mean, in ancient times, that's what man did. And it's not until recent years that we've become aware that that's probably not okay to do. I mean, in the last 150, 200 years, we have all come to a realization that, hey, you know, maybe it's not okay to, fuck my virgin, daughter. I mean, that's a bit extreme, but you know what I mean? Or to go, or maybe it's not okay for me to, be a peeping Tom to my best friend's daughter-in-law across the street who's 14. So all of a sudden, we're trying to okay that shit again? I mean, let's all face it. If we dig deep enough, we will see a history of transgender people, and I'm not including, chopping off the nuts. I'm including all people that identify, or that do not identify with the gender that they were born in. Just like cross-dressing, that's always been around. Guys loving guys has always been around. Girls loving girls has always been around. Just like heterosexuals have always been around. Fuck, cases of bestiality has always been around. Just like cases of, pedophilia have always been around. But as society advanced, we have pretty much told everybody, us including everybody else, hey, maybe that's not okay anymore. So why is it okay now? Why are we going to, normalize some form of pedophilia? I don't care what you call it, kids, stripping, not in their skivvies, but stripping very provocatively in front of adults is a form of pedophilia. It's only a matter of time before, society is all like, hey, it's okay to have sex with children. It's a sexual orientation, and we okay bestiality after that? Oh, yeah, Farmer John, it's okay, you can have sex with your horse, pig, chicken, or whatever. I mean, come on, people. I mean, yeah, people have said shit like this in the past, like what I'm saying, but in different ways, but didn't unfold. I grew up in a time, right in a time when it wasn't okay to marry the same sex. And throughout that time when they were discussing, we're going to legalize same-sex marriage, everybody was saying, next thing you know, they're gonna make it normal for, transsexuals or cross-dressers to be out in public and piss in men's rooms and, blah, blah, blah. And, that happened. I mean, now a biological man that identifies as a woman can go use a woman's bathroom. How is that okay? Now it's okay for a biological man to participate in women's sports and smash the fuck out of them. You know? And that's okay. Oh, they're heroes. How? You're taking away women's what women have earned is all I see going on, you know? Real women earn that, you know, record, and a biological man is taking it away. It don't get more feminist than that, and I'm not even a feminist. Okay? As soon as this is normalized, and it's probably going to happen. I know it could happen in my lifetime. I mean, I've seen this happen already. Twice. The world changing in certain directions. It's going to be okay to, you know, for Farmer John to fuck his pig, horse, and chicken. You know, society no longer knows any moral bounds. You know, I mean, it came just as quick as it left us. Or it left us just as quick as it came, or whatever, you know. Whatever. You know, all I know is this is what's in my heart. This is what's in my chest. And all I wanted to say is we're doing future generations of children zero favors. I've always wanted a childhood. And I have hope that once I have my offspring, they would have the childhood I've always dreamed of. You know, being children, not having many worries in the world, knowing the world will deliver consequences, but being able to be a child and not have to be thrown around like a fucking rag doll, or told you will amount to nothing, or even freaking, you know, used for pleasure. You know, those were my experiences growing up, and I don't want my child to have those experiences. And now it looks like if I do have offspring, guess what? They're going to have those same experiences because, like I said, either none of us had any fucking real childhood and we were all whoop the kingdom come and fucked like little fucking piggies and we're told we ain't going to amount to shit, or technology is advancing so fucking fast that, you know, we feel like, you know, our kids have to go back in the age of where they got to work to help provide for their family, or in an age where they have to sell their fucking bodies to adults to help provide for their family, because that's happened in the past too. So, you know, I'm pretty sure everybody around me, if not the majority, are sick fucks. And maybe a few of you watching this that are opposed to what I'm saying are just as sick as I am. Or just as sick as they are. I'm a pretty sick fucker myself, but I mean, I'd sooner kill a motherfucker than, you know, fuck Farmer John's horse or fuck Annabelle's daughter that, you know, could be related to me or may not be, who may be fucking 14. You know, I'd sooner kill a motherfucker. I'm pretty sure throughout my lifetime I've already thought about, you know, 110 million ways to kill multiple people. I mean, we are all sick motherfuckers. Not one of us are born good. We have to learn to be good. Evil inherits all of us, you know. And up until my generation, my generation's offspring, you know, and the offspring their generation is producing, you know, we have always strived a moral high ground. Or at least tried. We have always strived to make sure, you know, people were treated fairly. You know, people didn't, we have, I mean, it wasn't perfect, but, you know, if we weren't striving to do that, why would Frederick Douglass hold a position of power after being freed from slavery? Why would Martin Luther King said, you know, judge people not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character? You know, who these days, besides people like Elon Musk, Donald Trump, I'm not even going to say that Florida governor guy. I can't trust him as far as... The point is, I know the face of evil. I've seen the face of evil. And a lot of you motherfuckers don't. Evil could walk up and knock on your doorstep and you'll let evil in your home. You know. And as society goes on, I grow deeper and deeply disappointed, because I know for a fact this is not what the World War II veterans fought for, and this is not what Korean veterans fought for as far as other countries' freedoms, or the Vietnam veterans fought for, you know, back then. You know, I don't think any of them had any idea society would get to this point where we are so blurred in vision that we can no longer identify what is actually good and what is actually evil. Anyways, later, YouTube, if you know, watch this and find this agreeable, you know, like it. Or don't. I don't give a fuck. This is just another random rant.